introduction.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Recon, because he's been bitching at me since we started in the live.
You already started saying
back.
this?
So welcome to another episode of Rant Café, back on this channel, AnimeUproar. Last 2 weeks we were on Noxtaku's channel, and that was cool, exposing Rant Café for a new audience. That was fun. But yeah, now we're back here, and this episode we will be discussing the worst anime of 2017. We will be here a while. It is going to be quite the discussion. We have Noxtaku and Anime Recon joining me, and hopefully Briggs from All the Anime is going to be coming in as well, and maybe Solmaka. I'm not sure about him today, but either way, welcome back, Recon, after 2 weeks of being off.
Yeah. If nobody knows why I've been off for the past 2 weeks, because I moved houses, and yeah, it was like, it's such a nightmare. But now everything's good. I've settled, and I'm back. So yeah, it's good to be back.
And also you have bad taste in anime, so that's why you've been off as well.
No, I do not have a bad taste in anime.
I'm glad you're here though for the worst anime 2017, because I want to feel like how many of these are going to be in your top 10 list for the year that we all hate. So I am curious to see that.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that we should tell Recon this is the best anime list. We'll just,
No, I'm gonna actually say why I didn't like this year. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And if you guys don't agree with me, then I don't know. You guys have taste in anime.
We will see if you actually if you disliked anything that the rest of the world disliked, or if you were like disliking stuff that everyone else liked, because that tends to be your thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Nux, welcome, man. How's it going?
Great. Good to be back on your channel where I get to do the interrupting, even though I did most of that last week anyway.
Yeah. Isn't it fun when you don't have to host and then you can just interrupt and be a dick?
Yeah, I guess we could switch off on the pleasure.
But yeah, it's good that you got rid of the strike, Animac. How'd you get rid of it? Did you wait?
I'm still appealing it, so I haven't heard back yet. Like, YouTube did approve my appeal. So when you appeal a copyright strike, you have to request YouTube to actually look it over and see if it's a legitimate appeal, or if you're just, posting whole episodes of anime when you still want it removed. When they see that it's a legitimate appeal, then they approve it. Then it goes to the company, and then the company has to either say, no, we're going to sue them in court, or allow you to keep the video up.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm still waiting on that. But I can't imagine them suing me in court for reviewing and giving my own commentary on a manga chapter. A manga, by the way, that you can find the entire thing on YouTube right now without commentary. So if they tried suing me, that would be quite an adventure, since basically that would set a precedent. If they won a case like that against anybody, it would basically mean that any anime YouTuber who does reviews or analysis could be sued or have their stuff taken down. So yeah, hopefully it's not gonna come to that, but if it did, I would have to fight it, because if you let something like that go, pretty much every anime YouTuber, any film reviewer is done. So yeah,
that's the adventure.
Yeah, it's an important precedent to fight in case.
Basically, YouTube will just be Jake Paul's, because everything else,
just like
everyone else.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I'm gonna shake my camera, guys.
Merch in the bio.
Merch link in bio, bro. Sub Shura, sub guys in the chat. Caster for life, always here. Gramac, always here. Rising Star, saw him there. Lyle says he's new to the channel, and so on. Welcome, everybody. And yeah, I don't know. Who wants to start off with, when you think of worst anime 2017, which comes to mind right away? And chat, let me know what you guys think as well. But Nux, to you first.
To me first. Recently, the short anime, I mean the 3-minute per episode anime, those guys, they used to be cute comedy skits, Now it's all porn. It's not even exaggerating. We have this 3-minute one where it's a dude who dresses as a girl and then rapes another girl until the other girl realizes that they're in love.
Skirt no Naka.
Yeah, you remember its name. Good for you. Congratulations.
By the way,
honestly, with you, I dropped it. I did drop it.
No.
Yes.
You? I thought that was your thing.
No, it's not my thing. I don't want to watch that shit.
I saw a few people in the chat commenting, saying handshakers, and that is definitely one of the ones that I think of first as soon as I think of bad anime. I only saw the first episode and I was like, no, this is a disaster. However, it's definitely one of the ones that comes to mind right away. By the way, Macalnot is in the chat. What's up, man? Why aren't you in the stream? What's going on with you, bro?
Macalnot is too busy, you know.
Original Ink.
I saw Macalnot's video about him dressing Ram. Oh, that was.
Oh yeah, big news,
Woo,
guys!
Amazing.
Macalnot finally published this video where he cosplays as Rem, and so basically, Rem fanboys, your nightmare is here. Your nightmare is here. It's all over for you. Good game, no rematch. Amelia, best girl.
I did comment on this video saying, "Is this a trap?"
Macalmont says, no one invited me. What are you making problems, man?
No one invited
No,
me.
but he didn't tell me he's available. If I knew he was available, I'd invite him.
Should have known that.
When we can, obviously. Mac.
Not too late. Send him a link right now.
I'll send him a link right now. Let's see if he was bluffing.
Yeah, I bet. If he shows up, though.
I hope he shows up. Because, you know,
Yeah,
I missed his face. I missed his mustache.
He likes to hate on bad anime, like stuff that Recon enjoys. So, okay, so Nox said, what did you say again?
Short anime. Like, there was that one. There was,
yeah.
No, Naka. There was the other one that was just this season. Also, I don't know, guy and his teacher. I don't know. There's just too much of this. I don't understand. There was one this year with this bald monk dude and this girl. I don't get it.
Well, that one wasn't even bad compared to the other ones. The monk dude was like, you know, they're just getting it on. They're just getting it on.
Sorry about that.
It happens.
I wasn't gonna come, and then
Oh,
yo, he's here.
There he is, Mackenzie.
How do you know that that's my name? That's whoa.
Because that's what it says on your account.
That's what it says. It says Mackenzie.
Oh, does it? Oh, well, there you go. Now
But
you know.
anyway, Mackenzie. Recon, did you say what comes? Welcome, by the way, Mac. Recon, did you say what your least favorite anime was, or worst anime that pops into your mind right away?
There's a lot, but I'm gonna have to go with Manga Sensei.
Good choice.
I just didn't.
I disagree. I think Manga Sensei.
Hold on, you're interrupting me. I didn't finish talking yet.
Okay, finish talking.
Okay, as I said, I didn't like Manga Sensei because the whole premise of the show was just little brother wanting to fuck his little sister. I mean, I could just instantly read the guy's mind. Yeah, he definitely wants to do it.
Dude, you don't need to read his mind. You just need to read the description to the anime.
I did read the description of the anime, but
Okay,
start
so
watching this, I'm like, and there's like this naked bitch elf just, I don't know what to say, man. The whole show was just bad.
I disagree with you. As far as bad anime this year, this didn't even come close to the pinnacle of horridness that actually happened.
It
Okay.
did for me.
Well, Manga Sensei was a trash anime, but it was definitely a lot more enjoyable than like half the other shows that you seem to put on the top of your romance list for the year. Hajime no Gal, Koi no Uso, all that garbage.
Koi no Uso was great, bro. What are you talking about?
Koi no Uso? Talking about the same thing?
I love Koi to Uso.
But do you love it with all of your heart and soul?
We have someone in the
Yes,
chat called
it is a
Killer
good
who says
romance
Manga is amazing. So I just want.
There we go, Killer Queen. Obviously a JoJo reference.
Manga is amazing.
So you know, it's not universal. Some people apparently enjoyed Manga. The problem I have is with horrible anime. I watch like one episode and then I move on, so I can't comment deeply on it. But Macalnot, the Mac Man.
Ooh.
What is, in your opinion, the first anime that comes to mind when you say worst anime 2017?
Handshakers, like right off the bat. Other than that, I really wasn't a fan of. There was one that I watched with Cyanide Blizzard, who's a gent and a scholar, and a fine judge of Force Flesh. If you're watching this back, Mr. Blizzard, we made a first impressions on it, and I forget what it was, but it was these little like frame arms girls, maybe.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Wow.
That was trash.
It was pretty. See, hey, we agreed on something. This is a good thing. Can we? I think we can probably all agree it wasn't the. It wasn't the best show to come out this year. There were worse. I'm sure there were better. There were definitely better, but like Ancient Magnus Bride, I started watching that the other day. Amazing, but then I think back. Oh wait, Handshakers was pretty shit. So it's kind of a meh year for me.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll definitely agree with you because in terms of how many actually really good anime we've had, I think you can probably count them.
On one finger.
On one hand.
On one finger.
2, 3.
As far as
last week, we talked about best last week. We had like Attack on Titan season 2. I loved. Had,
My Hero Academia.
I personally love Garo Vanishing Line as an action anime. But yeah, there's just not that many really, really good ones. I think Konosuba season 2 was this year as well, so that was a good one. But yeah, like a lot of crappy ones. Like, yeah, Handshakers, saw the first episode, had to drop it. Also, Clockwork Planet.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that one.
Remember Clockwork
Planet?
Like, I really like steampunk. Like, you guys know, I've written steampunk before. I really like it. So I was like, oh shit, Clockwork Planet. A steampunk anime. You know what else is a steampunk anime? Full Metal Alchemist. So, this is going to be good. And I watch, and the first freaking episode, girl randomly sucks dude's finger. She falls out of the sky, like, onto him, randomly, sucks his finger and shit. I was like,
let's be honest.
Is it ever random when you suck someone's finger, though? Like,
the biggest problem with Clockwork Planet, in my opinion, was they didn't just make it hentai. They should have gone that route. And, girl falls out of the sky, he fixes her. You have two options. You have a crappy anime that's like, finger sucking.
She gets her power from sucking the fingers of those around her.
Well, she doesn't.
Yeah, that's basically what she had to do so she can be connected to him, get his approval. She had to suck his finger so they can be together. But yeah, that was quite random.
That's the thing. Like, and this is something that maybe Recon can answer. But why do these anime exist and have horrible plot?
It's to make a contract, Animac. She had to make a contract with him.
No, but it's just like these anime have terrible plots, and they're just pandering to fanboys. It's like, oh look, this random guy that's totally average just gets hot girls to suck his finger randomly, like it just happens, man. Like, why not just make that a hentai? Because that's what it is. It's just a fantasy. It's a hentai fantasy for people. So why not just make it a hentai rather than try to make it into an anime there's no plot, it's just fan service, and yet it's not all the way hentai. So it's like what is the purpose? And I think you enjoy some of these anime, Recon, which is why I asked you to.
I did not enjoy Clockwork Planet. I actually did drop it as well. And episode 6.
You made it to episode 6?
Wow.
Yeah. And I just got bored. I was like, fuck it. I just don't care anymore. So yeah, I couldn't continue the show anymore.
Faizan says, Pingu in the City, best anime 2017. It's better than some of the stuff we've talked about so far. I give you that.
Is Pengu in the City actually a thing?
Yes, it is. It is an actual anime.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure streaming with you. Then I'm off to go find that. No.
Yeah, the world is not as you left it, Mac, when you decided to quit your band career and stopped regularly showing up to Rant Café. Things have changed, man.
Sorry. I'll try not to. I'll try not to.
Cruel place now.
It's cool now. Oh, damn. All right.
By the way, we have a guy called Narutard Punk in the chat, and I'm pretty sure that's just Nuxtaku's alias.
No, but he totally came from my channel. Probably.
Hey, you know what? He probably did. But even if he didn't, he should definitely check out your channel because it's a great place if you're a Narutard Punk. I would say it's an even better place than Double 4 Anime's channel because although
don't say much, man, not much of a compliment.
He has some great shirtless memes. You have better content memes, so it's a trade-off. But in the end, I would go for Nuxtaku over.
I should write script for him. I should write scripts for him to say without shirts.
Man, that would be amazing, man. That would be like because you would actually make it
the ultimate Naruto channel.
You would actually make it funny and interesting, and yet he's doing it without a shirt, with a scarf, with a fucking like one of those Peruvian llama alpaca scarves. I guess alpaca. And that would be great, man. I think this is a thing that we need to do. This is a collab that I want to see happen, everybody.
Nux, when are you gonna do with face reveal?
Face reveal happening eventually.
I thought that's what your face looked like right in your profile picture.
I
You
don't know
tell me
why
that.
you guys don't realize.
That looks nothing like Nux. I want to see the real Nux. I want to see how he looks like.
Right, so feel free to come to Otaku-thon.
Oh.
Okay, so Naruto Punk says he loves AOT, Attack on Titan, more than Naruto. So
Yeah.
I just don't know what to believe anymore now. Like, this is just crazy. This shit is crazy. 2017, everybody, has been crazy.
Is Naruto the anime about the pirates?
No, Naruto is
it's
Boruto's
ninja.
dad.
Oh, they're ninjas. All right.
Oh yeah, it's the
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the shitty
Like,
ninja
Boruto
anime.
His dad.
The pirate one that you're talking about, Makumo, is One Piece.
Yeah.
This is the guy who doesn't
One
get
Punch?
sarcasm. That's the problem with doing the
Saitama is not a
Ninjas
pirate.
versus pirates.
Yeah, anyway, so Rising wants us to get back on track in the chat.
Well, then he can suggest some terrible anime for us.
Oh, anime! How about this? What is the worst anime you've
Oh,
seen
I know
this
an anime.
season?
Oh, you're
What is the
asking
worst
me?
anime you've seen this season?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like I said, Handshakers and
No, this season, the new one.
this season.
Yeah.
Oh,
This season, there was King's Game. That takes the cake for really bad anime that could have been good.
Yeah.
see, here's the problem for this season. I waited for people to tell me which anime are good, and I only ended up watching good ones. So the anime I'm watching this season are like Vanishing Line, Kino's Journey, Magus Bride, what else? Black Clover, which definitely should not be grouped in this.
No, I like Black Clover.
And yeah, like some other ones, right? So I would not say any of them are terrible. And yes, I do watch Black Clover, and no, I don't think it's terrible.
Nice.
Shut up! Stop judging me. I fucking hear you guys. Like, I hear people judging me. Like, shut up, okay?
Feel the
So
judgment.
anyway, I just did on my channel an honest description on every anime of the year. I can't believe I did 83 titles in one video. In any case, that's not the point. My brother calls me and he says to me, "Hey, I just watched your video. Why'd you rank Black Clover as C+ when it's amazing?" And I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." Yeah, it was a pretty scary moment.
For me, I would say the worst anime I've seen are two this season. It is King's Game and Juni Taisen. I didn't like them both.
Okay.
You don't like Juni Taisen?
Well, Juni Taisen is not a bad anime by any means, but Geass Ire or Dai's Rai,
Dies right. Yeah, that's a crappy one, man.
disaster of an anime.
But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I forgot to say that I'm watching Juni Taisen, actually. And Briggs is here with us. I don't know if he's completely with us or just his avatar. And
I
he's
didn't even
setting
notice
things
he came in. This now the party starts now. Holy crap!
Party starts now. Can
Yeah,
you
Briggs said that
I
he
can't hear you, man. He's talking.
Briggs, your mic is too low.
Way too low,
the
man.
mic is too low.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to talk. We can't hear nothing, Briggs. Can't hear nothing.
Yeah,
But in terms of Juni Taisen, it definitely has its moments where you're like, what the fuck? And you get frustrated. Especially that, like, the dragon and snake dudes were like, why are these people in this show? However, overall, I am really enjoying the show. Nux, you were right about that latest episode. It took things in a totally different direction that I wasn't expecting. Much better than I was expecting. So I have to agree with you. Juni Taisen is actually a good anime.
It's over. Did you see the final episode?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the final. I saw the one.
So the final one's a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the one where you figure out Rat's power.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's the last one I've seen. I was like, damn, Nux was right. This was good.
Oh,
Briggs.
well, at least I predicted sort of the entire end of the show.
Whoa.
Briggs.
Briggs
is
We
having,
interrupt this program for an emergency broadcast system.
Briggs is having like a 1930s radio show effect. He's like,
Wait,
Martians
what?
who just landed.
I don't know why my microphone's not working.
Hey, it's working!
Now it is. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, hype.
All
What's
right,
up,
Briggs,
guys?
welcome to the show. Tell us, worst anime 2017, what comes to mind? First thing.
First thing that comes to mind, Dragon Ball
Say
Super.
Dragon Ball. Yes!
Were you were
I
whispering
know.
that? Honestly, can I say Black Clover even though I love it?
No, please don't.
Oh, man.
Please
Coming
don't.
from the Shonen
It's
Lord
a good
himself.
show. It's a fucking good show.
I mean, the
Shut up,
manga is good, but then like nothing's happened yet. How many episodes are they in? Are they like 8 episodes in?
No, there's 12
No,
episodes.
there's more. 12
12
episodes.
episodes in. They're like
happened.
at
They
chapter 4 of the manga. Like fuck
They went
off.
to
It
the
sucks.
village and they confronted some like cult of powerful magicians and shit. Like a lot has happened. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Nothing.
the latest
what is-
episode
I
we
like-
saw the Wizard King. So yeah,
The
that's where
thing that I
it
liked
ended.
like so much about Black Clover was how fast paced it was. There was like one action fight after another when I read the manga, and like they're still at that part that sucks. I stopped watching it after like 7 or 8 episodes because nothing had happened yet.
Oh.
Well, they have to stretch it to 50 episodes for the first season, so that's why this is happening. However, I have heard really good things about the manga. Faizan told me in the chat that I need to read the manga, so I will eventually probably end up reading it. But like right now, like I said, as I'm watching it, I'm not hating it or anything. I'm just kind of chilling watching it. I'm not saying it's like a masterpiece. It doesn't make me think like, oh shit, this blew my mind. But it's definitely entertaining. Same thing like Dragon Ball Super. Like I think that's a very entertaining action anime, especially this latest arc and also the Future Trunks arc and also the Universe 6 arc. Like I feel like those, they're the Frieza arc and certain arcs are very like, what the fuck? However, I feel there's a lot of the action and stuff. If you compare like Dragon Ball Super to Dragon Ball Z, man, Dragon Ball Z had like one fight for 30 episodes. Dragon Ball Super doesn't do that. They don't have as much filler, so I'm totally cool with it.
Me and Nux like ripping on you, but I'm actually like I still enjoy Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, just make.
I know Nux doesn't watch it, but like I know you do.
That just hit me. What about
Can we be real here, though, Mr. Anime Uproar, son? Just listen for a second. Why do you not watch any good shonens? There are so many good shonens. There are. You don't watch any of the good ones. You haven't watched One Piece. You haven't watched Shokugeki no Soma. You haven't watched Hunter x Hunter. You haven't watched anything.
Animac, you haven't
Hunter x
watched
Hunter is
Food
not
Wars
currently
yet.
airing, man.
Okay, well, Soma is.
Animac, have you
Okay,
not watched Food Wars?
I would probably end up watching Food Wars just because it's been recommended to me so many times. With
It's
One
awesome.
Piece,
You're missing out.
I'm gonna read the manga eventually, but I don't want to watch the anime just because it's so many
So
episodes.
read the manga.
I will read
But,
the
like,
manga.
You might
I will
want to
read
catch
it.
up because it is getting a 4th season. You might want to
Like,
catch up.
oh, I think Dragon Ball Super is a pretty good shonen, but I didn't watch any good shonens.
It's getting a
Oh,
4th
yeah.
season,
Just
Animac.
get off your high horse, did you, bro? Okay.
Did you, bro?
Anyway, what I was gonna
You know
say.
what I like about Dragon Ball Super? The aesthetic is really nice. Even though the plot's terrible and the characters aren't improving, and even though the fights don't make sense and there's no continuity, the aesthetic, man.
This is Noxus Digibro, yeah.
That
Yeah.
aesthetic though.
By the way, let me say this. Caster for Life asked whether I'm going to use my internet geass on him. Buddy, I already have. Why do you think you're here for every stream, for every video? Think about it. You think you're here because I'm entertaining, bro? No, you're here because I commanded you.
Recreators, worst anime of the year.
No, no,
fucking
it is
sucks.
not.
Okay, it wasn't
Fuck
the
off.
worst
It is
anime.
not the worst anime.
There's
I
Greg,
some
enjoyed
whenever
that.
when I hear you say that, I'm like, I don't agree, but I'm really happy to hear it. Because
It's-
quite frankly, I'm just so happy that someone is disagreeing with Mr.
Mother's
Jeff,
Basement.
Mother's Basement.
I tried. I honestly tried like 3 times to watch the show. I dropped it all 3 times. I got to like episode 5 or 6, I think. Like it was such a struggle. I did not enjoy it at all. The characters were bland.
Briggs, you just need to continue watching it.
No,
Just
you
continue
don't.
watching it. No,
it's
yes,
amazing.
do that. You will see greatness
It sucks.
as
No.
as you continue throughout the episodes. You will see it will get better and better.
No, I will definitely say in terms of recreators, I wouldn't say it's one of the worst anime, but I would definitely agree that it doesn't keep you interested. The characters are not that interesting. The pace gets very slow at times. So yeah, I didn't finish it myself. I got like 13 episodes in, and that's the problem, right? It's not terrible, but it's not great. And I find it interesting that we did not talk about recreators very much last week when we were talking about the best anime, because it just did not end up being a modern classic, Nux.
What? It wasn't a modern classic.
It wasn't a modern classic.
Quite frankly, in
It was an original series, but what I liked about Recreators was the last few episodes. Were the last few episodes
Look,
that,
I'm not
that battle
watching
against
all show for a
Alpine.
good last
It was
episode.
amazing.
I'm not watching all show for a good last episode. And also,
You don't have to watch it for the
another
last
thing with
episode.
the show is no matter what happened and no matter what fights were happening, it all ends up with Meteora coming up with some crazy idea that saves the day. But it doesn't actually accomplish anything because they just sort of back off until the next episode where they fight again. There's no progression in the entire story until like episode 14, where there's this massive plan, and then you're back to square one again.
Let's just say it definitely belongs more in this stream than last week's stream.
I tend to agree. If we
It's
do
not the
another
worst anime of
stream
the
for
year.
most
More
average
than
anime of the year, then we could talk about it more.
All right. This just hit me. What about that? What is it called? Isekai smartphone. In another world with my smartphone.
I was gonna bring that up.
Genius.
It was my typical show. I know it's a harem, but
It's basically Sword Art Online in a different setting, except it knows it's a joke.
wrong. I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Nux. It is not like SAO at all.
Okay, tell me, what's the difference between the main character, Toya, the main character of Smartphone, and Kirito? Tell me three
Nothing.
differences
Okay.
in personality.
Okay, they don't have a difference, but he was too overpowered in that show, which I didn't.
Unlike
like.
Kirito, who lost like half the fights.
Kirito literally just said, "Oh, fuck the game," and killed the bad guy for no reason, even though it was dead. How's that
Okay.
not overpowered?
Okay. By the way, let's try.
Kirito had development, okay,
Let's
but
try not to
Toya
talk
did
to
not
each
have any development.
He just pulled it out of nowhere. It's like, "Oh, he's dead." Oh, no, he's not. Well, why? Because he's Kirito. That's why.
Guys, let's try not to talk over each other one at a time. But in terms of that, it is surprising that Recon didn't enjoy that because he likes harem, he likes Sword Art Online, and there's a lot of parallels. However, that could also be it, right? Like you can have an anime that's really similar to Sword Art Online, but because it's so similar, you don't like it because you're like, I've already seen Sword Art Online. This is trying too hard to be that. So I do understand Recon's perspective from that in that sense. Just because you like a certain anime doesn't mean you want to watch a bunch of anime that are so like that you're like, man, this is a blatant copy. But Mac,
Either that,
Mac, I
or
wanna
we
hear
are
from you
tainting him with this Rant Café, and he is now developing.
yes, okay, Nux, okay.
He's recovering from the
Character
disease of
development.
his shit
That's
taste.
not
Character
happening.
development for Recon, but again, one at a time, guys. Mac, why did you bring up
making fun of me, don't you?
Recon? I just said one at a time. Mac, why did you bring up smartphone? What were your personal thoughts on that? And did you actually end up finishing it, or just like I think I watched like the first 3 episodes and I was like,
I watched like the first 2 when my roommate was watching it, and I was very done by the end of the first one. But I had nothing to do by the time the second one starts. So I'm like, I'll just do it. Wasted 30 minutes of my life.
yeah, like I thought the problem with that show is again, it just gets a bunch of things from different anime. And then when I saw the guy comes into this world and it's like, oh, you have all 6 of the fucking powers. I was just like, oh my God, like, why?
I don't know. There is, with Smartphone, at least it knows it's stupid. Okay? That is definitely an advantage. That's, for sure.
I laughed a few
SAO
times.
is not stupid for sure.
Right. That show is brilliantly written and stuff.
Yes, SAO is brilliantly written.
And
Okay, well, SAO's not this year, so we're not going to be talking about it in this
Yeah,
stream.
I know. But you keep bringing it up
Why are you talking about Sword Art Online in a stream about worst anime, Recon?
because you brought it up.
Because you don't like it.
Oh my! No, you brought it up.
Okay,
I
but-
mentioned Isekai smartphone, and suddenly you
Okay,
said, "Oh,
this
it
a
is the
non-
same as
already-
SAO."
This is a non-issue. I already explained that he's allowed to like Sword Art Online and not a show that's blatantly trying to copy it. The problem with smartphone is it knows it's stupid, but it's still stupid. It's not like a One Punch Man where it's like a satire or
One
like
Punch Man wasn't stupid.
or like my favorite Keijo, which is like it's a joke. They're being over the top and in your face with certain things. Exposing tropes and stuff like that, and yet they do it well. Whereas this one, like Smartphone, and not just Smartphone, like so many of these isekai and other anime, they take a bunch of tropes that they know fans like. So your harem, your I don't know, little sister, whatever, overpowered, come to another fantasy world where everyone loves you and you have all this power. Like they take that and they beat it to death to the point where you're like, oh my god, just please.
Can I please tell you something Rising mentioned in the chat, and it's possibly one of my least favorite anime the entire year?
Go for it.
Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we can talk.
If I see
Thank you, Rising. I really appreciate it because Ordinal Scale. I personally enjoyed the first season of Sword Art Online when I watched it. I did like it. I liked the fights. I've even rewatched certain fights, and when I would take clips from the show to use in my videos, I would often finish off the clip just like because it's cool when, I don't know, Kirito beats Eugene or whatever the hell fire guy salamander dude's name is. Anyway, that's not the point. Ordinal Scale was one of the worst anime I've seen this year.
Are you talking about the movie?
The movie.
Yeah, I have not seen the Sword Art Online movie. However, that came out this year, so that's definitely a legitimate topic for this stream.
I loved it. I loved it. That's all I can say.
Well,
I know, but like that's not an argument though. Just saying you loved it, like, and not
I
saying
talk about SAO so many times, and I always tell you guys how much I love the show. Anything that comes from SAO, anything, any show that has SAO, I just instantly love it.
So I think you're at the point with SAO like with me to One Piece essentially. Like they could do anything wrong and you're still gonna somewhat like love the series.
Yes.
So there's a slight bias.
like you're trying to convince him that don't worry, your thought process actually makes sense, and since you said that, he agrees. But you're not disagreeing with the fact that Ordinal Scale was some of the worst.
I didn't find Ordinal Scale bad at all. I've watched the movie in the cinema, and yeah, I liked it. There's nothing bad about it.
Okay,
there's nothing to say. No one else here watched it, but like as far as things that happened, Kirito did something really stupid and beat the bad guy, even though he made no sense, quite frankly, because he's not physically fit really at all. And the other guy was training for this for a while, and he just sort of whooped his ass because Kirito power. And
yeah, this is not in the real world, right?
In the real world, in an augmented.
Yes, it was in the real world.
It was the real world.
Is again, Nox is right about this because the whole point of Sword Art Online is that Kirito is really skilled as a gamer in the virtual world, but he's just an average guy in the real world. So when they bring it into the real world, your Pokemon Go style, now, pointing out something like how is Kirito all of a sudden so fit and able to fight in the real world is a legitimate criticism.
Well, that's not the only legitimate criticism. The whole freaking movie was one big legitimate criticism. Everyone claims, oh, Asuna was so great. What did Asuna do? She walks up to the bad guy. She gets beaten. She's all sad now, so she's in bed for like the whole rest of the movie. And Kirito's like, don't worry, waifu-chan, I will save you.
That sounds like most of SAO. Did they change anything, or is there...
Well, at least in regular SAOs, sort of better.
Was there at least a training compilation, like for him to
I
get
did like some of the
there was
scenes.
nothing. It was like the next day.
Though I did like some of the Asuna scenes that were being shown in the film. That was like, damn.
Yeah, when she was dying in bed of sadness.
To be fair,
oh yeah, the bath scene. I like that, the bath scene.
To be fair, listen, a lot of you guys like No Game No Life. No Game No Life is in no way better than Sword Art Online. It's the same shit. It's the exact same shit. Overpowered main characters for no good reason, complete pandering to fans, the same tropes over and over again. They win no matter what.
Okay, so I disagree with you completely because I love No Game No Life.
And, well, you're a hypocrite then, bro.
Being smart isn't an overpowered.
Well, can I say a major difference between Sora and Kirito?
Let's see.
Okay, major difference is Kirito had a very baseline personality. His personality didn't really grow or shrink. He sort of kept it throughout. And he was also overpowered because he was a much better gamer than everyone else. All right? Now, Sora, on the other hand, had a wacky personality that was very fun to watch. And he won because he was smarter than his opponent.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Or else you could say that, oh, a Code Geass is like another Sword Art Online. Lelouch is just stupid. He has he's not only smarter than everyone, but he can mind control everyone. Stupid. Oh my god, it's like watching pandering.
What the hell were you what kind of impression was that?
Yeah, Nox. That made so much sense because Code Geass, which came out before, was copying Sword Art Online.
I said, no.
Here's the problem.
The same way.
No Game, No Life.
Sword Art Online. No Game, No Life was written a while before Sword Art Online got its anime too.
Allow me. I'm not saying that No Game, No Life copied Sword Art Online. I'm just saying that it's the same type of stuff. So if people enjoy one and the other, it's the same shit. Because with Sora, he's not smart to the point of like Light versus Kira or Lelouch, where you're like, oh, I see what he's thinking. He's thought this through. He's smart to the point it's like, oh yeah, I thought 10 steps ahead of you and everyone watching, to the point where it was impossible. It was impossible for anyone to predict what was going to happen or to see your logic or follow your logic. So it's just OP. It's pretty much his intelligence is Deus Ex Machina, which is the problem with that show. And then, of course, the pandering, the emoto shit, the fan service that it's not like there's no cause for it, just random scenes of fan service. Like that type of stuff, I don't like. If I don't mind fan service, but make it classy.
Okay, look, dude, I don't like the random fan service either. The whole point of the show was an air of stupidity that you can enjoy. That was the basic idea. But in this air of stupidity, with characters that are socially moronic, they're also geniuses in their own way, and the calculations they make, aside from the coin toss at the end of the anime, the decisions and the geniuses that the plans that they come up with do make sense. There is a underlying thought process. Look at Lelouch's plans. Let's set a volcano off twice. Let's record a conversation of ourselves talking to the other guy twice.
That makes sense strategically. Like if I was Lelouch, and I looked at my options, I could have thought of that. But no one could have thought of Shiro and Sora's plans because their intelligence is apparently at such a level that it's pretty much a superpower. Like any Kirito OP power is their intelligence. They're 10 steps ahead of everyone, including the audience. The audience can't catch up. So it's basically just like, oh, how are they going to outmaneuver everyone now?
But that's like the enjoyment, man. Like at least with SAO, he's strong for no reason. At least there's like they're giving you information about how he defeated his opponent. Like half the time it's like, how did he do it? Like you want, like it's kind of like a mystery, and you want to, like, when they give you that information, that's the enjoyment factor for me. Like obviously they have a wacky and like cool personalities that are way better than Sword Art Online, like Nux said, but how they, like, it's so over the top crazy that when they tell you how is what I enjoy.
I don't know. They logic to Kirito being so good too. Like he's a beta tester, he's a good gamer. That's his power. These people are just intelligent.
But there's an elaborate strategy that they explain to you afterwards, compared to, oh, I'm good at video games.
Yeah, but same thing with them. Their needs, they're stuck in their home. No one needs them in the real world, but they're really good at games. Oh, guess what? You're transported to a world where games can make you the best person ever. Here you go. Same.
Look, is anyone trying to convince you this is a realistic show? That you never know, you might fall into a magical world of games. No one's trying to convince you this stuff, man.
But it's the same as SAO.
It's a similar premise.
Listen for 2 seconds, man. In Sword Art Online, you have Kirito. How did he beat Heathcliff at the end of the first season? That's right, through hacks. It made no sense. He was killed. He sort of, with willpower, comes back from the dead to kill him. Okay. How does he beat the main bad guy of the second arc? Well, let me elaborate for you, my friend. He hacks the game because he enters the ID of the guy who controlled the last game, which sort of gives him, ultra powers in this game, so he can kill Fairy King guy. Now, quite frankly, you don't need to say, I enter ID Heathcliff, which was the other guy's name. Well, it had no password. I mean, like, you could just enter ID, just say anyone's name, and all of a sudden you have their avatar. That makes 0 sense. Okay, so that's how he beat the second bad guy. Are you noticing a trend here?
Okay, so I understand you make a good point. However, I'm not saying that Sword Art Online is a great anime. But
also,
can you explain to me how in No Game, No Life, Shiro and Sora were able to beat that virtual reality game at the end of season 1?
Yeah, it was amazing.
You thought that was amazing. You didn't think that was a complete ass pull. Complete ass pull.
A little bit.
Ain't no
Like,
pull like
crazy-
this.
at least
You're
there's
not allowed
a
to have
crazy
your ass
over the top strategy
Another
that's
reason
explained
why
to
you
you
can-
afterwards.
What was that, man?
Like, at least it's a crazy over the top strategy that's explained to you afterwards that like
Right.
it
It does
seems
sort of-
realistic and possible, even though it's like crazy. Like
It makes
that's
believe.
why there's that.
At least it makes
ahead.
believe make sense. And also another thing that it does, if you look at a average picture of Kirito, he will be, have an emotionless face or like this stupid smile that doesn't reach his eyes and whatever. But if you look at a picture of Sora, he has some crazy expression. That's the differences between the anime. Sword Art Online is trying to be an edgy, fantasy world that they survive through hardships and whatever. And quite frankly, it ain't. Okay? No Game No Life, on the other hand, you look at the guy, he's having a great time. The point of this anime is to have a great time. It's not an edgy, your life is in danger show.
So you're saying that the aesthetic is what puts No Game No Life over the edge?
Aesthetic is the second most important part of any anime, right
It
under
is.
characters and story.
It is also a really aesthetically pleasing show. That's just me, though.
Can we
I
please
actually,
move
thought
on?
the, I actually thought the colors were pretty stupid, personally.
Really?
Can
No,
we stop talking about SAO, please?
We're
Spare
talking
my
about
life.
I'm not talking about
No
SAO. The point, though, is I can understand like your arguments for No Game No Life, the characters and stuff, but there are a lot of things that make me think, you can't really hate on SAO and appreciate No Game No Life because
Yeah, but
there's
we
so
just
many
decided that you were
similar
wrong on that.
OP
So let's just
assholes. Like I said,
Sword Art
when
Online
you're
is a complete
intelligent,
mess, man.
so high that it's basically a superpower and no one can relate to it in the real world, then it's a superpower.
Dude, we discussed this for enough time, and it's not even an anime this year. I suggest you just forfeit and move on.
No,
I know you don't like doing that. I know you don't like
bitch.
doing that, man.
You
But quit
forfeit, bitch.
Can
You
I?
must really be an intellectual to understand the complex nuances that is No Game No Life.
No game, no morning.
Rather,
Yeah,
sir, rather.
let us analyze intellectually the bathtub scenes where he's looking at his sister and that Stephanie girl. But anyway, Mac, you were gonna say something.
Oh, does the oh man. So since I've been away, my memory's also gone. Oh yeah, does the Death Note live action count as an anime, even though it wasn't an anime? Because that was pretty
Talk
shitty.
about it. We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
thank you.
It's not really an anime, but yeah, why not?
But it was a pretty big steaming pile of shit. Or sorry, pardon my French. La shit. It was I had hopes. That's the thing. I had hopes for it too. I went into it with like the most open mind possible. I was like, this. I expected an American adaptation, and unfortunately, that's exactly what I got. But in all the wrong ways. So
Well, funny because I was asked like on a Yonux, like my first Yonux Q&A thing. Like, if you could pick one anime for there to be a live adaptation for, what would you pick? And I said, oh, Death Note. That's the one thing they'll like nail it. And I'm like,
you'd think that.
they could have, Whatever.
And I'm not saying all anime live actions are bad. That's just stupid. But this
Well,
was
some live adaptations are good.
there are a few. Like I've started watching. Did you know Erased has a live action? I didn't know this, but it's
Yeah.
on Netflix and it's pretty darn good. They did the whole show. So far, it's actually really solid.
It's American or Japanese?
Is it?
It's Japanese. It's Japanese.
Oh, okay.
and it's on
I've
Netflix,
never
that's
heard.
interesting.
I never
I didn't
knew.
know
I
that.
should probably watch it.
I had no clue either. I was looking at like through things to watch, and I saw Erased. I'm like, oh, it's on Netflix now. So I went in to check out the first episode because it was a good show. I wanted to watch it again. I'm like, wait, these are real people. This isn't what I thought it was. And it.
Oh, man, how long did it take until you picked it up that they were real people?
Oh, not long at all. No, as soon as I saw the first Asian, I was like, oh, that's a
real Asian.
that's a real Asian, not one
That's
of them,
an Asian, bro.
not one of them cartoon Asians. You hear? Mm-mm.
Wow, this went real backwoods, real fast.
Hey man, I grew up in the backwoods. Let me tell you about the backwoods.
Yeah, but no, I've actually noticed there's a lot of interesting Japanese adaptations. Death Note too. The Japanese adaptations of Death Note I really enjoy. Like, it's not exactly like the anime, but it tries to be faithful to the anime. And it might be a cultural thing because in Japan, anime is culturally accepted and widespread. So when they adapt, they stick close to the anime. Whereas in the West, they keep thinking, oh, we have to dumb it down or, make it American so that people understand because, people are stupid. So then let's have Misa, what's her name? What was her name? Mia?
It was Misa.
Let's have Mia and all this be a cheerleader, but she has the kind of mindset that no cheerleader would ever have because she's like the opposite of what a cheerleader would, like all this stupid stuff. And that's what I think kills these Western adaptations is like they try to take a good work, but then completely rework it because they're like, oh, our stupid fans are not going to understand those Japanese cultures. So we gotta make it different. And then they change what's good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that Willem Dafoe was in it. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, I loved
but he wasn't even in it that much.
No, and you never even really saw his face either. I think that they tried to use that to their advantage because I know like the original Japanese live action adaptations, that's kind of why they sort of blew-ish, is because they spent so much of their money making Ryuk look good that the rest of it looked like shit. Now this time they're like, wait, okay.
Spoilers, Ryuk didn't look good.
Oh, sorry?
Spoilers, Ryuk did not look good.
No, he was just like in the shadows the whole time, so you barely.
I loved Ryuk was actually the best thing. Ryuk was the best thing in the film.
Whatever.
Ryuk was probably the best.
They could have worked on the writing a little. I don't know. It was a pretty.
I can't pick a single thing that I like about the movie. The voice.
The voice of Ryuk, of course.
Ryuk. I guess that's it.
I got my Spider-Man nostalgia from that, and that's all I needed.
The Spider-Man Green Goblin.
I mean, yeah, but that's not even enough. They didn't have the potato chip scene, as Shura says. Yeah, total.
And we all know the importance of the potato chip scene here, right?
Yeah, I know. You know who knows it? Jeff knows.
I know. He ripped off my video, and he made.
Oh yeah, Nux, you did a video about the potato chip scenes. Oh, that was a crazy ass video.
I did a video on how it's like a sarcastic thing. Making, saying how it's so awesome, but I meant the whole thing sarcastically. And I sent it to Jeff, and he's like, I should actually make a serious one. And it was just my points, just taken seriously. I don't know. It was very interesting.
Yeah, man.
Knox,
you're a good YouTuber, so people copy you. That's what happens. Original Ink says he liked the Ghost in the Shell live action adaptation. I still have to see that. Like, I know a lot of people hated on it, but I don't want to make that call. Because I really don't like this whole, Scarlett Johansson played a character that's supposed to be Asian. Like, okay, fuck off. The Japanese adaptation of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, it's all Japanese people, obviously, even though it's supposed to be set in a Western nation. Who cares? We're not going to argue about it. Like, I don't like people who get butthurt for stupid shit like that, personally.
I saw it on a plane. That's where I catch up on my crappy American live action.
Yeah. I saw it on a small screen.
I couldn't even finish it, to be honest.
But did you like it, though?
No. Well, why do you think I couldn't finish it?
Oh. Because you couldn't finish it. You couldn't finish it maybe because the plane was about to land, or did you just stay?
No, that was not the reason. I then switched. I rewatched Pirates of the Caribbean or something. I don't know.
Pirates of the Caribbean's unreal.
Yeah, the first one.
Making those. I watched the first 4 or something. Now they're still making. But no, usually when I'm on a plane, that's when I catch up on all the Marvel movies, like Ant-Man and shit, like those ones.
That's right. That's why I watched the Avengers also.
Oh. Ant-Man was terrible.
Yeah, Ant-Man was okay. I thought it was funny. Again, that's one of those heavier comedy ones. Nothing compares with Deadpool. Deadpool was fucking.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
Deadpool is amazing.
It's fucking old school.
Deadpool is probably the best Marvel, one of the best Marvel films I've watched.
Yeah. Also, I like Thor. I haven't seen the latest Thor. I have to see that one. But the people I enjoyed, just because I like Norse mythology and stuff.
Well, I saw Wonder Woman on a plane. Yeah, I saw all this stuff on planes.
Terrible.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is not Marvel, and I also don't really have a desire to see it. I don't know.
Terrible Wonder Woman. No, bad. It's very bad.
Not that bad.
I've heard mixed reviews on Wonder Woman, so I haven't been And you know what else? The problem is Superman versus Batman was such a letdown to me, that I don't really feel a need to keep watching those because that movie took itself so seriously, so much in one movie that it just felt like completely like, what the fuck is happening? But anyway, we should probably go back to anime.
Oh yeah.
What's an anime?
Did any of you see Sengoku Knight's Blood?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes,
It was
I
terrible.
have.
It's a disaster.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Nux. It wasn't my type of show.
Okay, well then I don't want to agree with you, so we'll move on. Evil or Live, that was also pretty well.
I liked that. That was good.
Oh, there we go.
I'm sorry, but I actually did enjoy Evil or Live. Even though it was a Chinese anime, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Aren't all anime
It was
Chinese?
just like,
No.
What? You're fucking with me, right?
No, not all anime are Chinese.
I'm fucking with you, bro. What do you mean?
yeah,
I love to watch those Chinese
Magic.
cartoons.
You like Knights and Magic, Recon?
Knights and Magic, yes.
He did like
I liked it.
Did like
Yes!
it.
I did like
I
it. I
thought that
did
was
say I did
horrible.
like it.
That was bad. That was really bad.
Yeah, he liked it. I remember I watched like the first 3 episodes and I was like, this is so stupid and pointless. And he was like, no,
It's like-
man.
Everything that happened didn't need to happen. For example, it's an isekai anime, but quite frankly, the main character could have just been born in that world. The
Yeah,
main
the main
character,
character died. He got reincarnated into a lolly-looking boy, and yeah, he's super
A
smart. He
lolly
builds
boy.
robots and shit. And yeah, that was the whole show.
like total opposite of Saga of Tanya the Evil. Just went total opposite direction there.
Yeah, like I agree with you, Nux. There was no need for that to be an isekai. It should have been just a normal fantasy anime.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a trap either.
I didn't
What
like
was
the fact
that
that they
trying to
killed
do?
him off in the first episode. Like first few minutes, he got
He
hit by
looked
a
like
car
a
and he
boy with
died.
long hair. I didn't think that was a big deal, but Nick.
Yeah,
says,
did Soul's not here because I would love to talk about Token Ranbu, which was a disaster.
What about
I
Hakimete
actually,
no Ga
I
or
didn't finish.
whatever?
I did not finish watching Token Rambu.
Nick in the
Because it was a
chat
disaster.
says that he wants to see a One Punch Man live action, and I want to see one starring Misty Chronexia. I want to see.
Oh man,
Why Misty?
Because she's
Why
a great
not?
One Punch Man.
Oh, because he's bald. Okay.
No, he cosplays as One Punch Man. He's great.
nothing gets past Recon. He's like,
Yeah, he's brilliant. But no, and Misty, even his personality is pretty like he's like a chill dude. He's makes YouTube videos. Like I feel like he would be a good Saitama.
the chill dude on YouTube, but in the DMs, he's a bit of a sassy asshole. In the good way. In the good way.
Yeah,
But,
and I feel like Misty's the type of guy who like there's like a supermarket sale and he's like, oh shit, I gotta get on that.
I don't know about that.
I loved Neju. Neju this season was great for me.
Well, we're not talking about good anime, but well.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, why? Can you explain to me why 2 30-year-old people hold hands and like ejaculate everywhere? Just from the
What?
holding hands.
What?
What the fuck are you talking
They
about?
This an anime?
from holding hands.
What are you talking about?
Neju no Suzume?
They didn't what do you mean ejaculate?
Oh
They're
my
standing.
god.
They hold hands, and they're basically
What are you
both-
talking about?
You see, when a man loves a woman very much.
See, this is
They
why.
hold hands.
This is why I haven't watched most of these bad anime because I have like, people like Nux give me like previews, and I'm like, I'm never watching this shit. I'm never.
Yeah, you
watching
can't take
this shit.
everything. That's why I put the rankings on the bottom of my honest descriptions, because otherwise no one will watch anything. But
Can I just say though? Can I just say, fuck you to Caster for Life? He suggested a Code Geass live action adaptation with Gozen as Lelouch and me as Suzaku. Fuck you, bro. You know how I feel
yeah, we
about
all
him.
know.
That's a low blow, man.
Listen up, listen up. Animac's been at the game for a long time. He's big in the fucking community of
wait,
Code
wait,
Geass. He
Gozen.
deserves to at least be Tablecon, at least.
No,
I was
he's
thinking
table.
Gozen should be Suzaku. Gozen should be Suzaku. Animac, you should probably be like Jeremiah. And pedantic romantic. should
I would be
Lelouch.
okay with Jeremiah. I would also be okay with Ogi. But I get to choose.
Oh, that guy was stupid.
I get to choose who gets cast as Valletta. That's all I ask.
Scarlett Johansson wants to know if she can. Do you accept?
No, not Scarlett Johansson. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know I said,
Gorgeous Dramac says.
skin color shit doesn't matter, but we gotta get
Wait,
like
who
a
the
nice,
fuck is Nina?
I think Valletta is supposed to be from Brazil, so we gotta get a nice Latin.
I didn't watch Code
Like-
Geass, so I don't know who the fuck Nina is.
I will be Nina.
Well-
Don't worry, I got that. I got you.
Recon should be Nina. I'm good with that. That's solid.
Who is Nina? What is her personality like?
I didn't know it was a girl.
Bro,
You see,
Recon,
when a
you haven't
woman loves a
watched
table
Code
very much.
Recon, you haven't watched Code Geass. You haven't watched most shit that like normal people watch, so we can't talk with you. It's like
Just tell me first. Tell me first. What is Nina like? What is she like that relates to me?
Explain. Like, this is like Swakage admitting in one of the previous streams that he didn't watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, except with Recon, it's like every other Rant Café we learned that he didn't watch something that everyone should have watched. So it's like Swakage, but to the 100th degree.
Oh, Swakage.
Oh yeah, who the fuck is Miyazaki, by the way?
Yeah, I don't. He's some cat, bro. He's some cat.
I remember when Soul put that fucking meme of a cat.
That
was the funniest.
In all honesty, you deserve that big time.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
By the way,
picture of a cat.
A few people mentioned Neo Yokio in the chat. Neo Yokio was not bad, and Neo Yokio should not be discussed in a worst anime. Neo Yokio was, to quote one excellent anime YouTuber, brilliant.
Was that you?
Yes, it is me. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging.
How do you guys feel about Koitu Uso or whatever? I don't know how it's pronounced.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yes, that's right. I liked it.
It was pretty bad. It started off good. I liked it at the beginning, and then I gave up on it. But of course you liked it, Recon.
It was pretty much a
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, listen.
Though the ending, though he couldn't choose between them, that was kind of disappointing. I thought he was going to choose.
The whole premise for the entire anime makes zero sense. Okay, you have people once they turn 16, they get.
What do you mean the whole premise was bad? It was quite obvious. Like
I was in the middle of explaining what I was saying, and then you interrupted me to say, "What are you talking about? How stupid is that?"
Continue.
So now,
continue.
Thank you, Mac, for that mustache wiggle. Anyway, so, yeah, the whole premise is basically once they turn 16, they get a text, "You are to marry this bimbo," okay, which is a wonderful thing. Now, if everyone is 16 when they get this text, why do two people get it at the same time? Him and this person he's supposed to marry? Is everyone turning 16 at the same time? Okay, well that's just nitpicking, massive plot holes, but just nitpicking. Aside from that, I mean, I don't want to say like poor gay guys, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like,
what was his name?
They
What was the
massacred
name of the gay
perfect
guy?
partner. So maybe
I forgot his name.
maybe they take that into consideration. I would assume.
They do not. This is
You make a list when you're like,
populate the human race. Gay guys ain't populating human race. You know.
Can we not get into this type of stuff, guys? The point is, Castlevania was garbage, and I've said that many times.
Fuck you. Castlevania was so entertaining for me.
Just because you made a video saying it and then you regretted it later after I broke it down for you, Briggs, why Castlevania was crap.
don't worry, all day anime. We know what's good, and that's all that matters.
See, Mac knows.
No, you can't.
That's, I got you. I got you.
Castlevania was good. It's like, man, you have to play the game and the other game and the third game, and then you'll understand. It's like, no, adaptations stand for themselves. I didn't play the game, but that adaptation was bad.
I agree that they should stand as stand alone. I did play the games, so maybe I'm biased. But I want to what are your points as to why? I know I watched your video, and I just can't remember. What are your points as to why it's bad?
No, I didn't even make a video on it, but I just mentioned it in like a Rant Café.
I swear you made a video, or maybe you ranted last Rant Cafe up to me about it.
Yeah, I was ranting about it. And you, Briggs, you're always like, you don't even know what's going on. So you're like, is this a video? Is this a Rant Café? Is this happening right now on the stream?
Upload a
Am
lot,
I on
man.
stream or am I in the chat? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Totally
Like
not ripped
Mac,
right
he doesn't
now.
know he's on the stream, he's in the chat. He has no idea. But no, it was just the plot takes way too long to actually get started. It's only at the end of the season, which is like 4 episodes, whatever, that we meet the sun guy, and that it gets like, oh shit, now things are actually happening. Then also we have the historical inaccuracies that just piss me off in terms of like what Romania was
Nobody
like.
watches Castlevania for historical
It's
accuracy.
about fucking
Well, that's the thing.
vampires and
It's true because it's talking about this is the 1400s in Romania
What, dude? Are
or
you
whatever,
watching anime
but it's
actually?
completely inaccurate.
How?
You're asking me how it's inaccurate?
Yeah.
Wait, Firstly, there's no such thing as vampires.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. You know what? My bad.
Because it's based on Vlad Dracula, who is a real historical person. However, there are no Turks in Romania at this time. The whole point was the Turks invading the Balkans at this time.
There's also demons raining from the sky in this adaptation.
Romania,
which didn't happen.
Romania,
I don't remember that.
is Orthodox Christian. Meanwhile, the Catholic Church, for some reason, controls the world of Castlevania. The creators of this game or show did no research whatsoever. And finally, the animation is terrible. Like I said, look at the faces of these people, and you will see their faces don't change. If they're like angry, if they're laughing, the facial animation is some of the worst I've ever seen. So yeah, it was a bad project overall, guys.
For my rebuttal, the historical inaccuracies thing is kind of stupid. It's an anime, but like other than that,
it's not an anime, man. It's not.
Oh, okay, it's not an anime. Whatever.
Yeah, blame it on that.
Could I just take the time to
Avatar:
say
The Last
how
Airbender
crazy
is
good
anime. Fuck you.
Inuyashiki was this season?
It's UK-anime. Because from the UK.
Thank you, Meg.
I'm just
Can
gonna
I
have to
also
say how
say-
crazy good Inuyashiki was this season.
I haven't
Oh.
watched the Yushiki.
Did we lose you, Animac?
There's
No,
a
I'm
new
here.
Shiki?
Oh, that's great. Well, I completely agree with you with Castlevania on every single one of your points.
Can I continue? Okay. Also, this is very much. I don't know. I don't know. Recon started talking about something random. Also,
Yeah, because you guys are talking about an anime I didn't even watch. So yeah, I'll just like.
so
change
that's
you
the
the
talking
topic.
about-
entire stream. I
You
watched
can
four
anime.
episodes here.
All the time.
Also, this was very much like a pre-sequel in the sense. Like the first episode was a little bit slow, but I liked the introduction of like Dracula, and like then it swaps over like to the main story, and it's just like, you know how you describe Dragon Ball Super as just being an enjoyable watch. That's my same thought process here. Watching these guys kill monsters and demons and vampires is just entertaining. Historical inaccuracy
it doesn't
shouldn't matter.
really
It's an
get
anime.
going. That's the problem. It doesn't really get going
Only
because
four
I feel like
episodes.
with
It just-
Dracula's son and shit, like now it's gonna get interesting, but it didn't get interesting by the end of the first season. Just like at the end of the first season, it's like, okay, now we have the main cast. These guys are kind of rivals, like the main dude, whatever his name is, Josh, or I forget what's the guy's name.
Josh.
It's probably not Josh, but okay, Josh and Dracula's son, little Dracula, blonde hair, long blonde hair,
Draken
And-
Jr.
attractive, tough chick, attractive, tough magic chick.
Drac and
Those are-
Josh, man.
Those are our main. That's our cast. Josh.
Draken Josh. Draken Josh.
Yeah. Drac and Josh, great anime. Can't wait for season 2.
Fuck.
I would say don't judge it until you watch like the next season. I'm sure there will be
Let's
another
not
season.
judge it until, we get to episode 427 when
Yeah,
something actually happens.
That's the One Piece thing. It's like, yo, you can't judge until you get to episode 578, bro.
It was like an introduction to the series. There was only 4 episotions. It wasn't a standalone
Well,
thing.
I
Didn't
didn't like
Mike's
those
Bride
four
had a
episodes.
3-episode intro prologue? No, whatever the word.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Pre-
prologue.
Yeah, that thing that.
Well, it wasn't good, so whatever.
You're not good. I'm
And
kidding.
one of the 4 episodes was like an introduction to the world, which I thought they did really well, to be honest, as to why Dracula did what he did and how the world turned out the way it was. Like, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you for bringing that up. His wife wants him to be a normal person and to help people, and instead of hurt them. That's her whole mission in life is to help people. And what does he do when she's killed? So now I'm gonna slaughter all these innocent people in her honor. Like, get the fuck.
right all over again.
Not everyone's a
Get the
good person.
fuck outta
He
here.
loved that individual, and now he wants revenge on the world. He was originally like a
He's doing
a
the
bad
exact
person.
opposite of what she wanted. He's dishonoring her memory beyond
when
repair. It's
when
so
you lose-
it's just
when
When
so
you lose the
bad.
people you love, you lose sense of rationality.
Yeah,
But
like,
she
that's
was
like-
human too. She was human too. Like, that's so
It's
stupid.
not the
Anyway,
logical thing to do, but he's not being logical because he someone he's loved died.
bro, he's like, I will give you a year for me to think about this, and then I'll still do it, and it will still be stupid. It's not like he did it at the spur of the moment.
No, it wasn't
Anyway.
for the moment. Hello, this is the issue I had with Sasuke and Itachi. Sasuke's angry at Itachi because he killed whatever spoiler stuff, and he basically, after all this, he realizes that Itachi did everything he did for the good of the village. Whatever. Everyone watched Naruto, or should have at this point. So,
No, thank you.
basically, he then learns this whole plan that everything Itachi did was for the good of the village, and how Itachi had like this tough life, basically doing all this for the village. And Itachi dies, and he's like, I am gonna destroy that village. How dare they make Itachi sad? It's like, dude, seriously, like that's not what Itachi would want here. But yeah, that's an issue I had with Sasuke also. I didn't like Castlevania. I thought it was very meh. Very meh.
Yeah, same here.
And you know what?
Black
You know what?
Clover is far superior to Castlevania.
See, that's what blows
definitely
my mind, man.
enjoy
That's what
Black
blows my mind.
Clover.
Animac will like things like Dragon Ball Super and will like things like Black Clover, and then put down Castlevania and No Game No Life.
Yes.
Okay, the no game no life
Find
thing.
a little
is-
thing, a little
If
thing
there's
like
ever a
historical
little
back-
sister in an anime, if there's ever a little sister in an anime, Animac automatically hates it. Okay, so whatever, that's his personal gripe. He didn't even
No,
want me to.
it's not an
Every
issue.
manga censor.
I don't even have,
thumbnail.
I don't even have a little sister, so I'm not even sensitive to the issue. But when it's just pandering for the sake of pandering, there's no creativity. It's like, oh, well, he's attracted to his little sister. It's like, first of all, why? Second of all,
First of all,
it's
that's
been
not what
done so
happened.
many times.
That's not what happened in No Game No Life. But that's not the point. I'm just saying I also hated Castlevania, and I also preferred Black Clover to Castlevania.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nux. When you
I
agree
have
with me,
noticed
I
that-
feel like I'm still on firm ground. I'm still on firm ground.
Animac will find one little thing about a show, like historical
4 things.
inaccuracy.
I gave you 4 things for Castlevania, bro.
No Game No Life. The characters are amazing. Like you just, I don't know, man.
Are
You-
they
you
No
like-
Game No Life is great. Okay?
Is Steph a good character in any way?
No.
but her point is to get ripped on because she's a
No,
bad
you
character.
Pick the butt of all the jokes, and
She's
are
there for the
making
butt
it
of all the jokes.
the butt
she's
of all the jokes.
intentionally
She's a
bad.
brilliant character.
Yes, she's a good character, but even because she's a bad character.
Hello, tell me one good character in Black Clover, man.
Like-
What's the darkness guy? He's pretty cool.
Yami. And I was
Yami,
talking to
which means
Anime.
darkness in Japanese, actually. Or dark.
Anime,
Yeah, what are you asking?
one good character in Black Clover.
Asta.
Okay, whatever. Next subject.
You know.
Next subject. Just shut up.
As
man.
well.
No one wants to
Fuck
hear.
off.
We
They
don't
have
want
a
to hear.
cool rivalry. They're cool.
I would
They
say
actually-
Noelle.
They're rivals, but they actually like each other. They're friends too. Like I thought
Dude,
it was a.
Ast is terrible.
It's quite a. It's quite a
I like
perfect
Noelle
game.
as a character. The girl.
Noelle's
Also
also
great.
terrible.
Noelle is good. I like her.
Hold on. I think that in terms of again, No Game No Life, I did finish that anime. I didn't drop it. I didn't hate it. It's just not as good as I would have liked it to be. Rising Star in the chat, he says Gurren Lagoon is his favorite anime. Little known crossover between Gurren Lagann and Black Lagoon. It was quite epic. I have to say.
I love Black Lagoon, man. I wish I had
I still
more.
need to watch it.
Ooh,
You really should. You
what
will very
about
much enjoy it.
Hey, if you
Nanatsu
wanna
no
watch an anime-
Taizai?
Where they fight Nazis in Thailand. There you go.
I'm in.
Sold. What do you say,
guys,
Recon?
Have you guys seen Nanatsu no Taizai?
Yeah, it was,
Honestly, I haven't.
yeah, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
I didn't-
Brig, little known fact: Briggs makes videos about Seven Deadly Sins. Never seen the show. Never read the manga. He's just
Not the Seven Deadly Sins, the other one.
Oh my god.
they're called the Seven Mortal Sins. Okay.
8
Yes,
deadly
I thought you were
sins?
actually talking about the 7 deadly sins.
No, there was
I watched the
there's a
first
very
episode
similar
of that.
title
It
to
was
it.
bad.
called the Seven Deadly Sins, and it was this etchy garbage.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of the Mortal
Yeah,
Sins
it's
or
just
whatever.
very
It's pretty
bad.
I've actually,
Matt commented it on one of my videos to watch it, so I did.
yeah, I actually haven't seen it, and I want to watch it because sometimes I see these ridiculous etchy shows, and I actually enjoy them. Where most people are like, "This is crap," and I'm like, "You're just a prude. You're just afraid of breasts." But no, I haven't actually seen it, so I have to
I'm
find
not
the
sure if you're
uncensored
talking
version.
or if you're making fun of Recon right now. What's happening?
Speaking of ecchi, Hajimete no Gal.
No.
It was horrible. Oh no, it was
No.
the fat guy who was bad because he had a thing with Lolly. No, it was not the fat guy. The fat guy was just
Yes,
like,
it was the fat guy. It
He
was the
was
fat
a
guy who
little-
ruined the show.
he
Fuck
was
you.
the cherry on top of the
It
pile.
was the
of
fat
crumbs.
guy
That
who
was
ruined the
actually-
show. It was the fat guy who ruined the show.
Dude, you need
For
to
me,
stop.
I watched like the first 3 episodes, and yeah, for me, like I might have continued if it wasn't for the fat guy and the fucking lolly shit. But that was to me is like, man, I don't want any
See,
part
that's
of
what
this.
turned everyone off.
Is this the show from the dude who made Sword Art?
Probably
No.
I have no
No.
idea.
I
I'm
think
thinking
yes,
of something
I will.
else then. Okay.
I don't know. So what I was gonna say is I think that's what turned everyone off. It turned me off as well. I dropped it like after 2 episodes, and then afterwards I picked it back up. And the last 5 to 6 episodes were surprisingly like good.
Haha, see that, Nux? See that, my boy?
Whoa!
Someone is with me right here.
Like
Someone is
there
with
was
me.
some cute relationship development, and like it went away from like lolly, whatever the fuck that beginning
But
was.
see, that's the stupid thing, and this is the thing with No Game No Life that I'm talking about. These people that make these anime, they latch on to these stupid tropes. They think they're having a blast. Like, oh yeah, lollies is a thing. Let's make it a huge thing in this anime because it's a trope. And then they ruin it for so many people, and they don't even end up watching it because it's so stupid and in your face. It's like, stop with the tropes, man. Be a little bit more original. Like,
you tell me right
you don't
now-
have to have a little sister character every.
Your
freaking-
problem-
That guy was just in almost every fucking episode of Hashimoto no Ga. It really pissed me off.
Listen, Animac, can you tell me right now your whole problem with No Game No Life was the lolly garbage that was happening?
No, it's not just that. So it was.
Okay, so then don't use that to accentuate your points, because I agree with you that was an issue.
But that, no, I know, and that was part of it. Like, but just in general pandering. So even if there was no sister, the blatant fan service with Steph that didn't make any sense and like was just like in your face, you could tell that it was fan pandering. The stuff that where these guys are.
The fan service was hilarious in No Game No Life.
Also,
Then
the
the
fan
fact
service
that
did
these
not
guys
interfere with the plot.
The fact that these guys are otakus, so they're useless in the real world, but oh no, now they're brilliant geniuses in the game world. That also I thought was just fan pandering. And again, like I said, their intelligence is so OP. It's not like you can't follow it. It's not like Light versus L, right? It's not, it's like, oh shit, that's brilliant because I know how he thought of that. It's like, how are these people thinking 10 moves ahead? It's not possible. So that's what frustrated me. Also, the anime I want to see is Caster for Life suggested it, Code Gurren Death Alchemist. I think that might be the best anime of all time.
I saw it last year. Not that great.
Good news for you, my man. If you ever want to watch Dragon Ball Bleach Piece Shippuden, Black Clover airing right now.
I am actually watching it, so there you go.
Oh!
So there you go. I don't even have to watch Hunter x Hunter because I'm watching Black Clover. Am I right?
Have we
Anyway,
talked?
so Last Could No Revenge was pretty bad too.
What?
Oh yeah, Scum's Revenge or some shit.
Scum's
Scum's
Wish.
Wish?
Oh, Masamune.
Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish, that was a different one. I'm talking Masamune Could No Revenge.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Basically, this guy.
Oh, I liked
this guy,
it. I liked Masamune
He was
Revenge.
fat.
It was cool. It was pretty good.
So, girl. Whatever.
Pretty good.
It wasn't amazing.
Knox
great.
wanted to describe it, but then he just kind of gave up. It's like, fuck it. You know what I mean.
I gave
feel like
up.
since I've
Like,
asked
yeah,
Basically anything that I like, Nux just can't. He can't be bothered to explain.
I would have loved to explain it briefly, but like I don't want to have to talk over Recon saying, yeah, it's good, yeah, good, yeah, yeah, good, yeah. That's good. Well, shut up, man.
I don't give a shit what you say about it. I just like it.
I feel like since I've
Why do you have
left,
to say
we've
that?
lost the ability to.
I
talk
like the
separately.
whole plot about.
Okay,
Masamune
Recon,
Revenge.
hold on.
That he wanted revenge on the girl that bullied him when he was fat.
Even though she
Oh,
did.
sorry.
It was quite comedic. It's funny.
Okay, Recon thought it was funny. He thought it was good funny. Briggs, you were gonna say something.
Oh, honestly, I was just saying that like I feel like we did not have this problem as bad before. Like we can't even speak in this chat. Maybe just the combination of people. Like we keep
Well,
on
it's
talking
two
over each
people.
other.
Their names are Recon and Nux. When you have Recon and Nux, they go at it to the point where I can't do anything. Like I just like make fake accounts and talk shit on their YouTube channels for revenge. That's basically all I can do. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. But yeah, we do have to try to talk one person at a time. And we're just
That's
about
why I gave up.
That is never gonna happen, Animac, and you know it.
As he cuts someone off, that's amazing.
I tell you, it's all his fault. Don't blame me for this garbage.
all right, Recon. I'll keep that in mind next time I'm deciding who's gonna be on Rant Café. Anyway,
No.
yeah.
Oh, you know I'm part of the original crew. You can't take me out of the show.
You're technically not part of the original crew. The original crew was Mac and Rose and Bryn.
I
And
came
then
one
later
And
we
Briggs,
had-
and Briggs, and Briggs, and Briggs, and Briggs.
And Briggs, yes. Briggs
Okay.
came before Black Critic Guy, then Black Critic Guy, then I believe then it was Cyanide Blizzard, and then you. So yeah, you're not that
So
high
I'm
on the
last.
pedestal,
You're
my
like
friend.
Gen 4, 5, Gen
You're
5
Gen
Rant
4.
Cafe.
I better be considered Gen 1.
Oh,
I
I
wish you were
get,
on
I'm one
episode
of the
Oh,
new
God.
blood here.
Yeah, Nux, you're one of the new ones, but like you shout me out on your channel, so I love you.
Oh, thank you.
You get honorary Gen 2 because of that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we did have some rant cafes on my channel. I think that's a higher level.
Fine, you can have honorary Gen 1 this week and
Honorary
talk
Gen
about
5.
it.
I
And
like how
Andy-
Recon muted himself. He's probably like screaming into the screen. Fuck you guys!
Screaming into his body pillow.
Anyway, I love you all.
That's my line.
I love you all platonically. Anyway, but it's time to wrap it up, guys. So I will leave it to you. We'll go one by one again, and just kind of you can say who you are, what you do, and if you want to accentuate again what your worst anime of this year was, you can give that a mention. Also, guys, in the chat, thank you for joining us. Leave a like if you enjoy Rank Cafe, and you can join us every week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes on my channel, maybe other times on Nux's. When I'm out of town or something, I think that's a good option to be able to switch it up. But okay, to you, Nux.
Hello, 'tis me, Nuxtaku. Believe it or not, I have a channel here on YouTube, and I do anime stuff. So at this point, it's pretty much in 3 categories. There's analysis, there's parody, and there's Naruto, which is slowly taking over, as scary as that sounds. I'm working on lots of things, whatever. Let's not self-promote too much. Just go subscribe and whatever.
And Naruto is Boruto's dad, right?
For those of you who do not know, Naruto is actually Boruto's dad.
Okay, cool.
True story.
Yeah, that guy had a show. Mackle not.
Oh man,
That's
we
me.
didn't even talk about Boruto in this stream. How did that not happen?
Right? That was your fault. Mackle not.
That's me. Hey, that's my name. Well, I make contents on the YouTubes. A lot of it's just kind of like half-assedry. I recently uploaded my first cosplay video. It's pretty fantastic. It's on my channel right now. Especially if you like ReZero, or even if you hate it, I suggest you go check that out. Other than that, I'm mostly just on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Macalnut. But I'm gonna try and put out more stuff in the future. I have a few collaboration projects in the works, and some other nifty stuff that should be coming out pretty soon. Yep, that's
Wow, you make it sound so fancy. You make it sound so
It's
and the best
mustache.
part is that it's really not. It's really not.
I
The
like
best move really would be to follow us all on Twitter. Quite
Yes.
frankly.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, you can follow everyone on Twitter, and also everyone's channel links are in the description, just to remind you. Recon, to you.
Yeah. What's up, my boys? It's your boy Recon, and I do them anime top 10s. So yeah, check out my channel if you're interested in that type of shit. If you want more anime recommendations, because everyone knows that I have the shittiest taste of anime of all time. So
And you love it. You're proud of it as fuck for some reason.
Yes, I'm proud of it. Everyone calls me I'm known as the Harem King.
Yeah, he is known as the Harem King to himself.
True story.
And apparently, some others.
You all know I'm the Harem King.
You know you're the Harem King in your heart, okay? Let's just leave it at that. Thank you, Recon. And, of course, Briggs from All Day Anime, who is hard at work, you could say, during this stream.
Ready for this? Ready for this? Oh, hi. Hello.
Oh!
Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. I'm literally at work right now.
What? You never told us that.
I typed it in the chat, guys. Get real.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I am
Love the
Briggs.
suit, though.
I have the channel All Day Anime. I will supply you with all the facts you ever need. I'll explain concepts, analysis. I don't know, some cool stuff. Come check me out.
Thank you, Briggs. And yeah, you see, guys, when you have to make a choice between work and anime, there is no choice at all, is there? Thank you, Briggs, for joining us. And yeah,
Disappointed that Soul actually couldn't join us today.
yeah, I haven't heard from him today, so I asked him on Discord what's going on. He hasn't replied. Maybe he's busy, maybe he's working. I don't know, but we'll see about next week. Hopefully, he'll get back to me. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Everyone in the chat, thank you for chatting. And Everyone who was calling me out about Suzaku Caster for life, I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you. But yeah, see you guys next time. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.